SILKK, big business, we linked up in the UK with them outlaws, no limit forever, and we mash hard, and we stay out the cheddar. So, the 50 worst rappers of all time list, as I've stated, if anybody could help us with who this was curated by, let us know. But it's been making its rounds on social media. We're kind of discuss it for the hip hop culture. Number one on this list, they've got somebody who we're accustomed to from the No Limit crew, SILKK.
Number one?
Yep.
Number one?
Number one.
What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
Yep.
Okay. I see. I don't understand. You know, the criteria that they're talking. See, that's where it can complicate. Because I don't know why would they say that. Because I could say some things. First of all, SILKK can do anything he want on the mic. Everybody can't do that. He can do anything he want. He can say exactly what he want. And to you, some people say they nowadays call it offbeat, but I call it his own style, his own shit.
Yeah.
Now, his brother is a perfect example. SILKK owns his flow. How many people you know today sound the same? They don't own that shit. That shit is community pussy. You understand what I'm saying? SILKK got his own shit. So, and he's talking that shit. And I got one of the best freestyles with him. No. SILKK is not no fucking number one. They out there fucking mind. Excuse me. You gonna have to bleep me or something. I'm gonna have to calm down or something. Nah, hell no.
Yeah, they're gonna.
And I'm an artist.
There'll be a lot of bleeps and that. As you said, it's kind of hard when we don't know who curated the list to then decide on what kind of basis they put these names together. But as you said, if I'm looking at like some of the 50 worst rappers of all time, especially with some of the other names on the list, which we'll get onto, I don't think Silk would be placed there at number one. I don't believe there was a poll or anything, or if this is just taking out somebody's own opinion. Now, it's like you said, as much as everybody kind of gives Silk the offbeat sort of slant now, when I listened to Silk, I never particularly listened to him as an offbeat rapper. I always thought he had his own little way of delivering stuff and doing stuff, especially within No Limit. Sometimes I always say No Limit get a bad rap because people say they had a huge roster and, but one thing I like that about them, because within that huge roster, everybody sounded different. Everybody was unique. Everybody was able to, showcase themselves in their own sort of way. And it worked within those parameters. Even like a Mr. Server, and he was, unique with his delivery in ways where it worked within the No Limit framework because it could break things up in his own way. And he had his own character within it. So I'll say Silk was like that too. And, not to take anything away from Silk's lyricism, because he did have a lot of lyrics and stuff, but people would probably have to listen to catch them because he had like a fast delivery on a lot of tracks and stuff like that too. But moving on to number two on the list, we've got Lil Yachty, and number three, we've got Master P.
Oh, listen, man. Man, why don't you do me this? Why don't you get the guy who made the list and let me sit down with him for 2 seconds, 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds with him. Whoop his ass. Master P. Master P. Is he dumb? First of all, when I met Master P, and then I think it was my third time meeting him or seeing him, I had to go to the Tank, which is the studio in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and when I got there, I got off the plane and got to the Tank. Everybody in the Tank was there. All the rosters and all that shit, all the people on the roster, everybody was there. And I guess it was a initiation, I want to say. Because everybody, we was in the cypher. We was in the cypher and shit, you know what I mean? So think about this. You're talking Mystical, Silk, Skullduggery, Cain and Abel, Mia X, Mac. You're talking all the names. Everybody's there. They start rhyming. So I'm listening to everybody, with respect. Mind you, I'm from the East, I'm in the South. So I'm listening to everybody and shit, and I'm like, okay, he got his shit. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Master P went off the head, son. And I'm telling you, I heard Mystical, I heard Mia X, I heard a bunch of people, and these people was dope. But when Master P spoke, and what he said, I said, there go the thread. That's what I said. You know what I mean? That's what came out of my mouth. And I got over 35,000 songs, man. You understand what I'm saying? I consider myself, a good, one of the best. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't put salt on a nigga name. You know what I mean? Or put sugar on a nigga name. Master P could do, again, he cut from the same cloth as Silk. The motherfuckers could do what they want on it when they want to. Yeah, it's plenty of songs like that I could bring up with P and Silk, talking that shit, and getting that whole magic, like what P did to make him say shit. You know what I'm saying? That's magic. How you put that? We don't give a deal about no happen. You know what I mean? If food come up short, I'm digging ditches, command and strike. The words he used, powerful words,
yeah.
And how he causes the movement of people. He mastered people, master people. He's a master at that. So hell no. 3. I don't even know if we should do this list because these motherfuckers crazy.
Well,
Lil Yachty, I can't say I've invested anything. I think his style is different, and I think that he did what the times fulfilled. That's the wave. It was a wave. When he came out with that, we would call it ABC shit or mumble something, because it was, I'm going to the store and she is this. Now, some shit, I don't fucking know how the shit go because I don't, invest in those cats like that. I have heard them, but that was on a wave. So, if they want to put him there, hey, yeah. But Master P at 3?
Well, I mean, one thing I'll say, they ain't been completely biased because they've got, a mix of some modern to, classic artists on here, even though obviously I don't agree with the way that they've listed a lot of them too. As you said, it kind of crazy, especially when we think top 3 and they put 2 of the No Limit Miller boys up in there. I mean, there's a bit of a spoiler. They've also got C Murder around this list. But nowhere near. But nowhere near as
Hold up, son.
They got
the whole fucking True on it.
Yeah, they got him in the double digits though, so at least that's some commiseration in some aspect.
Shit, yo, we in trouble. The game is in trouble. If we got people just doing this, man, I think what I think that shit is. I think it's one of them fucking magazines or somebody's Sometimes that should come from the industry, man. Well, and it might come to arouse separation, and who knows what these damn devils is up to in this game, man? Because who Master P at 3? Make them say, is like one of the top 100 songs in the game. You know what I mean? And then you got It Ain't My Fault what the fuck is they talking about? That's why Silk said that shit. It ain't my fault that they like me and you don't. So somebody's hating crazy, man.
Join us on the line, bout.online.com for the hottest UK, US flavor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content.